Carmen with the Well Chronicle Life and Cherished Legacies, and I'm here today to talk all about facial recognition in the Forever ecosystem. And a client said it best to me. I asked Susan, why do you love facial recognition so much? And she said, I love having all my people right there smiling back at me. So let's get started seeing how you can get all your people smiling at you and therefore you smiling back at them, right? So I'm going to turn off my camera, share my screen, and we're going to get started. So here is the Forever web page. And if you ever want to get back to it, remember, go up here and click Forever, and it'll get back to this home page. The first thing I'll show you is where to order facial recognition. If you go to products on this top ribbon, then it is the first thing right now under products, and then facial recognition. My little zoom thing's in the way. Here we go, right here. And then you can scroll down. You can either get a yearly for $129. You can get a one-time, which means forever, a one-time investment, or 5 annual installments for a lifetime. So those are your choices. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to hit forever. This second ribbon, I'm going to people, and that's where your facial recognition will be. And I'm going to load mine. And mine is a work in progress. So I don't have all my favorite people smiling at me yet, but it's working there. So I have it filtered. That's the first thing. You can filter it by name. You can also filter by over here. You can filter by who has the most photos or who has the least. So most of the time, your favorite people are going to have your most photos, right? So you can filter by the last name, first name, backwards, forward. So there's a couple of different filtering options. I like most photos because you're going to have the most photos almost always of the people that you want to see. So Claire here, this is a really nice picture of her. So we're going to skip that one. I like having the full name, and I suggest going on and doing that just for the future. And this one is Kobe. So I don't like this picture, right? So we're going to start with that. So I'm going to click on his, and I'm going to find a picture I like of him smiling at me. This is just not a very good picture. So we're going to see all of his come up. This one, I can filter it from the oldest to the newest. These are the most recent. You see, they'll come up even if there are pictures of on your walls, they'll come up. So what I'm doing is scrolling to find, I want a picture of just him in it to be the cover. So just like you can make a cover of an album, you can make a cover of your person. And so you can see, so these would be cute if I wanted some early pictures of him. I've scanned a lot of photo albums you can see in older pictures. So that's why these are coming up that are of him when he was much younger. And actually for Matt now, since these are kind of cute, right? I'm going to pick one of these. Younger pictures. I might, and oh, look at him. This is a happy picture. So we're going to pick this one. And then up here on the right, make cover. Okay, and now the cover is that picture. And so you want one that'll, show up nicely and all that. So we're going to go back just so you can see how that looks. And there's the picture, okay? The next thing, so we're going to open this up and we're going to go to view details. And then I have not put anything in here yet. So, but I would go through here and I would add, if you had a nickname, if you want to have a display name other than their official full name. So if I just wanted to have Kobe, if I wanted to have any of that, that would be great. If you arrow down here, I can put male. I would add his birthday here. And, what if the person that I'm doing is deceased, I put deceased, and then you can put a death date. So this is really great to have all this information for, well, one for ourselves because we forget, and then also for other generations. But I also love this section, and it's the bio section. Am I going to do this for every person? No, I'm not. But for the main people, my first, I don't know, maybe 50, I don't know how many, I am going to write a bio. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I'm a big proponent of AI making my life easier. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT or one of the other ones, and I'm going to go here and I'm going to do, and you can make this like third person. So it could be Kobe Leverett is blah, 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 blah. Um, or I can make it personal. Kobe is my son. So you can make it from, because it's your account. So you're going to make it from your account, from yourself, not your account. So however you want to do it. But I'm going to do Kobe. I'm going to go in here and going to do bio for Kobe Allen Ledford. And I'm going to put the son of Rose and Carmen Ledford and step son of John Turner, graduated from Creekwood Academy High School, then graduated from Wake Forest with honors in finance. He is a huge sports fan, follows hockey, loves the Hurricanes, and Wake Sports. Now Atlanta Braves, that he works for Truist in Atlanta. So that could be an example. I'm going to tell it to, expand. And clear up. And you can see there's lots of, I didn't put periods, I didn't make sentences, all those things. I'm going to also great at planning and setting goals for his life. Is servant-minded and helps others. I don't know. So that's good. Okay, we'll see what happens. So what I'm going to do is hit this, and you can see this is going to generate a bio for me. And am I going to do this? Like I said, I'm not going to do this for everybody in there, but I'm going to do it for the main one. So one thing, proud graduate, went on to finance with graduating with honors. Kobe's passion sporting with a deep love for hockey, particularly devoted to Carolina Hurricanes. He's also an avid, since moving to the Carolina can bring a connection made even more special through his work in the trust industry. So no, it's not a trust industry. He works for Truist, not trust industry. So a lot of times it's going to have a mistake in it. So you need to read it. Planning, dedication, setting goals, achieving meaningful goals in life. He's a servant-hearted, always willing to lend a helping hand to those in need, demonstrating kindness, compassion. Okay, so I'm going to hit this again. See if they'll fit. Yep, they fixed that. So all I do is copy this, and I go back to my people, and I put this copy and pasted in here, and then I update my person. Okay, so there is his bio. So about him. Again, I'm going to go and do that for several of these people. And so what I need to do is go here and fix that. Again, I'm going to go through, find a picture of each of these I haven't done, and put them in there. So let me show you a couple of other things to think about. So many times, I'm going to find one that's not named. So you can see that. So I'm going to scroll down here and find one not named that might work. Okay, so here is my uncle right here, George Banker. So I'm gonna click him. So the first thing I'm gonna do is kind of look here really quick and scroll to make sure that it's really him. All of them are him and there's no mistake. So I'm not gonna like look closely at everyone, but I'm just gonna look and say, okay, yes, this is George. These are all George. Oh, yep, these are George. These are George. So I'm gonna scroll through till the end to make sure. When I do this, a lot of times, this is a great time. This is another reason why this makes me smile, is because you'll find a lot of things in here that are really close duplicates. And it's easier to see them here sometimes than in your account. So right now, I'm going to take the opportunity to see that I don't need this picture this many times, right? So this is, and you can see Claire, my daughter here. And I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to take all these, and without looking closely, I'm going to delete. And there's Kobe raising his hand, and then I'm going to take that one out. So we're going to go with that one. So I'm going to come up here. I've clicked all these. I'm going to remove. You want to not just remove them for the person, you want to put them in the delete bin. So I'm going to do that. It's going to move them to the delete bin. And it will be there for a period of time. So don't worry if you make a mistake, you can always get them out of your delete bin. So I'm looking to make sure it's him. I'm also making sure that there's any duplicates like that that I can clean up really quick. Okay, so these are all him. I'll go back up here and I'm going to name him. So the first thing is I'm going to see if I already have one, and I do not. His name is Alan. I'm not sure that it's spelled that way, but I can fix it later. So I'm going to hit that. Oh, and there it is. He's named. Okay. Now, let me find another one. Let's look. So it will group people. It might have my kids. It's probably had my kids about 10 times. Here's a great one. This is my brother who's unnamed. So I'm going to click on him. Again, I'm going to scroll to see if there's any duplicates that I just catch. I'm not going to like look that closely. I'm literally scrolling to see. I think I have that one twice, but they're not right beside each other, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. But I'm going to scroll and see if I have anything. That one right there I have twice. That's because it's on a page. Okay, so these are all of him when he's younger. This is my brother when he's younger. So I could do two things. I can come up here and put I can come up here. He already has a person. And this is what I'm going to do. I can merge all of these photos into these and put them together. And they'll all be together. Once they're together, you can't unmerge them. So you need to decide early. Now I'm going to merge it. But let's cancel for right here, because the other option would be if you wanted to keep times separate. I don't know why, but I've thought about maybe somebody would want to keep like childhood years or baby years separate. Then you could, and what you could do, maybe you want to keep them separate for a while so you can date them correctly, because obviously these are scanned in 23. These were not taken. So then I could name this Jeffrey Wilson Cox. And then name it childhood. Like that. okay, and keep it separately if I wanted, okay? The other option is, like I said, you come up here like this, click on the one and merge, and it's going to merge them together. Now they're all together in one place. Okay, so that's one option. So just keep that in mind. You need to decide that before. You could definitely kind of keep them separate for a while and see, and then merge them later. But you can't merge them and then decide later that you want to unmerge them. So kind of decide that early on. So let me see if I can find. Okay, so here's a picture. This one is from my trip, my mission trips. This is one of the kids on the mission trip. So really, I don't know this child's name, and so I can't name it. So what I can do, one thing you might want to do is in the additional, I think you have to name it. Oh, here, edit details. Under the bio, this was a camper at during mission trip to Africa. So if anybody kind of comes across it and just wondering, then it has a little bit of details, right? But the big thing I'm going to do is, honestly, I'm going to go in here and these three little dots, I'm going to hide this person because I don't need to name them, and I don't really need them on my front page here. Okay, so that's one. Let me just, and then some of these people, let me see, find. Okay. Okay, so this is my friend Renee from, so I would put her name here. Okay. I'm gonna put her name. Oh, I'll go back and fix that later. But the big thing I wanted to show you is for her, I might not write a whole bio on her, but again, I just want a little bit of detail just to know. And I'm going to say homeschool mom that went a lot of with us. And I might could list who her kids were here, just a little bit of that about them. And I mean, that may be all that I write, just so I have a note, because I forget things. So this is a great example of how you mess something up right here. Then you're going to go to edit, and oh, you're going to edit, backspace, and fix that. So even if you do something you need to change, it's really easy to change that. So that's fixed. Okay, so that's all I have for facial recognition. I really hope that helps you. If you have any questions, please reach out. I will link below how to get a free account forever if you need that. And hopefully I will see you in the next video. So for now, I will see you next time.